And today I'm going to run through something very important with you, which is Xero's Invoice Reminders feature. So obviously we all are in business to get paid, but unfortunately sometimes people don't pay our invoices by the due date. So what Xero does, it has a pretty cool feature. It's actually one of my favorite Xero features, which is the Invoice Reminders feature, which means that we can set Xero up to send out automated reminders when invoices are overdue. So one of the key reasons I like this is that I'm a really big believer that the person that is selling services in a business should not be the same person that is doing the debt collection, because it's really hard to maintain that sales relationship when you're chasing people for money. So Xero allows you to remove yourself slightly from that process. So to set up invoice reminders, select Settings and General Settings. And what you want to do is come into the invoice settings. And we can see here that there is the invoice reminders button. So what you can do here is select this little checkbox that says email customers when an invoice is. And Xero will default to 7 days, 14 days, and 21 days overdue, but you have complete power to make changes within this if necessary. So, for example, I have a client who likes to send a reminder that an invoice will be due for payment 2 days prior to that invoice being due. So you can send, if an invoice is due in 2 days, send this email out to that contact. And so you can completely tailor the email content to your requirements just using those placeholders, and then you can save that. I like to keep it at overdue by 7 days and do a little bit of tweaking so that the email is admin army friendly, and save. And then I think 7, 14, 21, every 7 days is a good reminder. Quite often what will happen is Xero will send out this invoice reminder, especially the first one at 7 days. If someone is slightly overdue in paying me with Admin Army, and that person will go, oh no, I completely forgot, like it wasn't intentional that I didn't pay your invoice. They'll pay it straight away. They'll send me an email saying, I'm really sorry, I've paid it now, and I haven't even had to really think about the fact that that invoice was overdue. So it's a really good way not only to keep it slightly more friendly, and it's just an automated thing that Xero does, so you're not the person having to do that, but also from your perspective as the business owner or the person doing the invoicing, it's nice not to be worried. Like, you see an invoice go overdue, you don't really have to worry about it for a few days at least, because you know that that first Xero invoice reminder is going to go out and hopefully trigger the reminder that person needs to pay that invoice. You can also do a few little things, like don't send reminders for amounts owing on an invoice under $10, say. So you can tailor that. So it might be that someone's paying an invoice off, or they've slightly short paid the invoice, but you don't want to be sending them an invoice reminder to say that they owe 50 cents. So you can tick that little box and save that, so that they're not getting reminders at that point in time. One thing that's really important to note with the invoice reminders is that they will only get sent out to people that Xero knows have actually been sent the original invoice. So if we come into the invoices page and the ones that are awaiting payment, we can see down this right hand side of these bottom invoices that there is this little green cent. That means that the invoice has been sent out. We can see here these top 3 have nothing in that column. That means that the invoice has not actually been sent out to those clients, and when it gets to the overdue point, Xero will actually flag that that invoice hasn't been sent. So there's 2 ways to make sure that an invoice shows as sent. They are either to press the email button and actually email out the invoice so it gets sent out, or if you print PDF, you have the option to mark it as sent. So if you mark it as sent, Xero will generate the PDF, which you can then print out and give to the client or whatever your process is at your end. But now if we come back to that invoices page, we can see that invoice is now being showing as sent. So that's a really helpful way to automate some of your accounts receivable process slightly and take a bit of pressure off you, both from the sales relationship point of view, but also the worrying about having to follow up with people around overdue invoices. Awesome. I'll be back next week with our next tip. Have a great weekend. Bye.